Hey guys, check out this amazing video of what appears to look like some type of ship or UFO object coming out of the moon.
Believe it or not, things are about to get a heck of a lot worse. And the one worry we did not have, which was oil, gas, is now about to be a problem.
We now know the full truth to what was going on here, and people are going crazy. So I'm sure you're all very aware of the whole situation at the moment around this guy. There's been a lot of people coming forwards, a lot of videos and photos emerging of people's favourite celebrities at these parties.
Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm back in this thing. I didn't forget about you guys. For those of you who don't know what's been happening or want to know what's been happening, I'm gonna add a comment on the community post right after I finish recording this video. By the time you're watching this, it's probably already up there. So if you didn't know, go check it out. That being said, let's go ahead and get this party started and check these out.
Hey guys, check out this amazing video of what appears to look like some type of ship or UFO object coming out of the moon. With the hundreds of videos that are populating all over the internet, I've seen all sorts of UFO videos, but this one here definitely got my attention. Because when I look at this video, obviously the quality is absolutely perfect. And it doesn't look like CGI or some sort of AI video. And what we can see is some sort of Tic Tac UFO. The same Tic Tac UFO the Navy claimed they chased here in the United States. What
That video looks familiar, like I've seen it before a long time ago. I'm unsure if it is AI or not, but these days you can't really tell what's AI and what is not and what isn't. It looks too good to be true, you know what I mean? It looks too realistic. I'm leaning towards that being AI. I don't know, you guys tell me what you think. Let me know in the comments.
Believe it or not, things are about to get a heck of a lot worse. And the one worry we did not have, which was oil, gas, is now about to be a problem. We'll get to that in 1 second. So it looks like allegedly Amazon employees may be getting ready to strike as well at the same time. I really wonder who's at the helm of these strikes, and if Amazon's second, who's going to be third? Don't forget, in 2020, Amazon almost took over everything. And word on the street is people trying to bring supplies and help people in Asheville, Western NC, Tennessee, they're being turned away. I know of one personal helicopter owner who literally got threatened to get arrested if he came back. I will say this is all alleged, and I will have boots on the ground soon, so I will let you know. Not just that though, at truck stops, tires are literally being slashed. So who is doing all of this? Now we get to the oil. What you're seeing over here in the Middle East are people lining up to get oil because they believe the US is going to attack their refineries. And if so, IRGC media is warning the US that if they do that, they will destroy all the oil refineries in the whole Middle East. They got plenty. They'll be good. We would be screwed. And apparently with Iran's retaliation, the Iron Dome did fail, or they're not using it. They're claiming 99.9% was intercepted. I have a video that's 15 minutes long, and this is all it shows over and over again, different places the whole time. And I believe the correct number was 400 missiles from Iran. And if you don't know, it's retaliation from Israel taking out all of Hezbollah's leaders. So where's the Iron Dome working? This is 14 minutes long of straight up rocket attacks, all hitting their targets. So yeah, this is not good. It seems like the US is going to be cut off from every single resource that we need here in the near future if something doesn't change quickly. Let me know your thoughts below.
Things are getting really crazy and really fast. All I could say is go out there and start getting prepared, get your supplies ready just in case, because you never know. Go out and get a couple of weeks worth of groceries, get some water. You don't know what might happen. So between this and the ports going on strike, it's not looking good. Let me know what you guys think in the comments.
We now know the full truth to what was going on here, and people are going crazy. So I'm sure you're all very aware of the whole situation at the moment around this guy. There's been a lot of people coming forwards, a lot of videos and photos emerging of people's favourite celebrities at these parties. But now the main speculation, and the thing that everybody on social media is going wild about, is her. So, some of you will probably know this woman, Aaliyah, or some of you probably before you were even born. Now, she was kind of a competitor of Beyonce back when Beyonce was big. but she tragically passed away in August 2001, while becoming mega famous but not quite getting to that top level. Now, it's absolutely tragic, but is one of the main reasons that Beyonce is as big as she is now. Now, you all also know this song, She Knows by J. Cole, that came out in 2013, in it mentioning the death of a lot of famous people, including Aaliyah and Michael Jackson. Now, we know that these two have quite a history together, and with everything that's gone on at the moment and all of this breaking news, a lot of people are speculating online, and there are many theories that she is basically quite high up in all of this, and could potentially be responsible for many of these people's deaths. Now, of course, we don't know, but this case is a lot deeper than it looks on the surface, of course, and there's more and more coming out by the literal day, so as always, hit that follow button and I will keep you updated.
Cat Williams said it. All the celebrities better get ready in 2024 because the truth is going to come out. And it seems like it's coming out and all these people are scared. There was an old conspiracy theory that Beyonce basically sacrificed Aaliyah in order for her to get to where she's at right now, among others. It is said that every time that she went on one of her big tours, somebody ended up deleted. All I can say is I hope that list comes out and that everybody that's on that list pays for what they've done. Let me know what you guys think in the comments.
I saw a video today of this man at like a press conference kind of thing, and he was at one point like pretty high ranked, or like made it pretty high up in the Air Force. He was some sort of like electrical engineer, and he was telling this story about 30 years ago. He was brought into this group for NASA there's something going on with their lunar satellite. It like wasn't receiving. He walked into this room and there was scientists from all over the world. He's like, this is strange for NASA to have scientists from all over the world. And then he was debriefed by this one guy. He said the guy, when he was presenting this stuff, he was like kind of nervous, and he's like, these are pictures that we have from the dark side of the moon.
They have pictures?
There's a base camp on the dark side of the moon, and he was showing pictures of all these buildings, mushroom-shaped buildings. He said it's top secret. And so like he came out and was like, I've been waiting for them to talk about this news for 30 years and they haven't done it yet, and I hope by me saying this, they'll bring that out.
That were to be true, that would change everything.
He
That would be so.
He said it was a
stinking
massive
scary.
base camp.
Basically, yeah, it's been said that there's supposed to be a base on the dark side of the moon. Supposedly that's why we never went back to the moon, because when we landed on the moon, we were told never to return or something bad was going to happen, basically. But to me, that just looks like a rock formation.
You could have a device that would run your house or your car or your business, pulling energy out of what's called the 0 point or quantum vacuum. Now, these technologies have been around for decades. This is what The Lost Century, that documentary.
Yeah, 100 years of...
100 years, and it's been around a long time, but the more refined ones also allow for motion and going up, you know. So these technologies would completely terminate all oil, gas, coal, nuclear power, public utilities, petrodollar, all of it go, like $1,000 trillion. So it's about power.
$4 trillion, right?
Yes, exactly. It's way north of $1,000 trillion in assets and market cap.
Yeah.
And I'm actually talking to some big mutual funds that have $2 or $3 trillion about this coming out and how they're going to have to change their investment strategy. But this has been delayed so long that now the world is in a big problem. You know, you have 3 billion people on the planet don't even have any way to cook their food.
I understand that everything they do is about greed, and they don't want to invest in free energy because they want to keep charging you for fossil fuels. But my thought is, like, okay, come out with a free energy source and then just make up some other charge. Even if it's a little less, think about it. Even if it's less than what you're already charging us for fossil fuels, a lot more people are going to be utilizing the technology. So you could charge less, but to a lot more people than you've been charging before it, because they don't have access to those fuels. I think it's a win-win. You guys still make your money, and then the people who didn't have access to gas and all the fuels, now they have a power source from the free energy that you guys are going to be taxing. You have the technology, just implement it and then look for other ways to make your money. Not that you need any more money, because you guys have so much money that you don't even know what to do with it. That's just my thought. But let me know what you guys think.
Have you heard about the issue with the customized Coca-Cola cans? Apparently you can customize your Coca-Cola can to say anything you want except Jesus. Watch this video and then wait for my response.
So at the Coke store, you can personalize a message. You can put Allah loves you. Let's try out Buddha. cannot even type in the word Jesus. We cannot allow this text on the can.
So I had to see this for myself. I actually went to the Coke's website and customized my own can. You see here, I put in my name first. Then I tried I love Jesus, and boom, you saw the red letters. It still says my name. It wouldn't go to I love Jesus. And then I tried I love Satan. I definitely don't, but I tried just to see if they would put it, and they did. They were cool with it. But this is where the rumors can stop. Because I was mad that they let me put that. So I wrote, Jesus is King. And they totally let that happen. So, there you go.
I don't know, just because they let that one word go, Jesus is King, doesn't mean that they are not actually blocking the name Jesus from being put on those bottles. Maybe their filter just didn't filter out that whole word and it just passed through, because I just watched a couple of other videos regarding the same thing, and they were definitely getting blocked. All of them were blocked. They were not allowed to type the word Jesus at all in different type of sentences. So I don't know how he got that one through, but that's the exception, not the norm from what I've seen. So it's time to stop drinking Coke if you guys are still doing it.
This celebrity exposes everyone who's on the Diddy tapes.
I'm gonna tell you who I believe is on the tapes. I believe Barack Obama got a tape.
Yeah, he playing hide dog.
I know Jennifer Lopez has multiple tapes.
Oh yeah. Oof.
I know Beyonce got a tape.
Ooh.
I definitely know they probably recycled some old Stevie J and Eve stuff. I know Drake got a tape. I know Rihanna got a tape. I know Chris Brown was on one of them tapes.
Wow.
I know Trey Songz has been like a supporting actor in many freak-off film. Definitely Usher. I think what would shock people are the politicians. And the royals that were on that tape. And I'm still trying to figure out when Harry and Meghan are going to be honest about their freak-off tape.
Well.
I don't think
Who
anybody
isn't on the
really
freak-off
wants to
tapes?
talk about the fact
I'm not.
that the royal family had
That's crazy.
many times at the tea party, especially that weirdo uncle.
All these guys and girls are freaking out now. Now they're hiding. They're trying to hide. I just want to see the list, because I don't want them to do like the other guy and they didn't. The list never came up, but this list needs to come out. And the problem is that I keep saying it. This guy might end up like the other one, and they're gonna say self-deletion again. They gotta cover it up some way somehow. I just want that list, and I want to see the list, and I want to see it now. I want to see the list. I want to see the charges for every person in the list and what they did to be put on that list. Let me know if you guys agree with me.
You ever heard of the Nesquik theory? Nesquik, no. Okay, let me put you on, bro. Okay. So, hold on, I don't even need my phone for this. Okay. Nesquik, right? What is the mascot for Nesquik? The bunny, right? Am I the bunny, okay, right? Okay. What color is the bunny? Is like a Nesquik. Okay, the brown bunny. The brown bunny. Yeah. Now, Nesquik cereal, right? Nesquik cereal. What shape is the Nesquik cereal? It's like little spears, right? Like balls, like brown balls. Now, when a bunny poos, what is the shape of a bunny's poo? What, a circle? Bro, but because I had pet bunnies before, I don't know how it only clicked to my head now, bro, but bunny poo comes out in perfect circles. Oh yeah? Like balls. Yeah. So it makes sense that Nesquik cereal has bunny-shaped poo cereal, bro. I know, that's why. Do they advertise it like that? No, they don't, right? They don't. That's smart, because why would you want to advertise poo? Because if you think about it, look, Lucky Charms, it's shaped different, it's shaped like different. Yo, Trix, also a bunny. What is it? Trix, also a bunny. And what shape is the cereal? What is it? Spears and balls, bro.
Yeah, I put that one together a while ago. We had a pet bunny, and when it used to poop, then yeah, it definitely looks just like that cereal. There's no questions about it. Like, they purposely made them that shape because the bunny was the mascot.
They always put the truth in these cartoons. Listen to what Sonic had to say in the early 1900s.
I get the
brain chip, Sonic. Imagine being as smart as a computer.
Nah, bro, screw Neuralink and screw the brain chips. That stuff is like straight out of Revelation. Why don't you use that big non-chipped up brain of yours and connect with nature instead?
I did it, Sonic. I found my humanity.
Good. You freaked me out with that transhuman rhetoric.
You're right. If they can hack Microsoft, they could hack my brain.
Yup. Being a cyborg is lame, guys. Hold on to your humanity, and always remember the FBI killed Martin Luther King, and the CIA killed John F. Kennedy.
I find it very interesting, to say the least, that they always put these truths in these cartoons where adults don't pay attention because they think it's just for children. But it's like when our children say the most outlandish things, we adults look at our children like, what are you talking about? Where did you get this information from? They put it right in their face in the cartoons. That was Sonic from the 1900s, and people are just finding out the truth about what the CIA really did to JFK. And then some people still don't believe that. Some people still don't even believe that MLK was actually unalived by the government. Some people still don't believe that. Now go ask your kids that same type of question. I bet you they know the truth because they be putting these truths in the cartoons. I mean, they always tell you what they're going to do. You just have to pay attention and know.
Alright, I can't listen anymore. Yeah, that definitely didn't happen. That straight up sounds like a voice over of that cartoon. The early 1900s? Bro, Sonic was in the late 90s. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, either way, every time he posts something, like, I enjoy it because it's just so far-fetched. Definitely never happened in the 90s, not the 1900s. I mean, it's fine having an open mind, but like, you don't open it so much that you believe everything that you're seeing. Cause that, I don't know, he's a cool guy, but sometimes he believes things that shouldn't be believed.
Dude, I don't know if you'll ever eat a fig again. So there's this thing called a fig wasp. The female has these wings and they fly to the fig, buries itself into the middle of this fig, and then lays hundreds of eggs. And then as it's laying, it's pollinating the fig flowers within the fig to make it ripe. And then these eggs, the males are hatched first. And this is where it gets really weird. The males go over to the female eggs that have not been hatched yet and reproduce by, the female fig wasps are born already impregnated. And then the male fig wasp, they crawl out of the fig. There's ants waiting for these fig wasps to exit. And the male fig wasps don't have wings, so they exit and they get eaten by the ants while the females get out and fly away. And then they go into a fig, and that happens year round. Without the fig wasp, these figs would not get ripe and they would be unedible.
So that's their only purpose in life.
Yes.
Hey, but Chivalry's not dead. That guy really laid his life down for the girls.
Yeah. That's their only purpose.
Dude, what a simp, dude. Those pigs are a simp.
They're not only simps, but they're kind of in Diddy's crew, because for them to be going in there and basically diddling the unborn wasps, that's some Diddy stuff right there. But that being said, I need to go to the backyard and cut down my fig tree because I didn't know that was happening, and you won't see me eating a fig anymore if those things are in there. And apparently they are, because according to them, that's the only way that they get pollinated and multiply. So chances are you're gonna find one of them when you bite into it. Thank you, but no thank you.
Keeping up with the Diddy thing, please tell me I'm not the only one that heard what this attorney had to say. So in a statement to the press, he basically said that Diddy's case has a bunch of other perpetrators, and the list is super, super long, and they are going to reveal the entire list, and the names are going to shock us. Which honestly, if you know, you know, they're probably not going to shock you, but it'll at least be like, oh yeah, definitely. But then that wasn't all he had to say. He went into the details of all of the people that came forward and are a part of the lawsuit, of course, against Diddy and everyone else. He said a majority of them were from Georgia and Florida, and the youngest person was 9 years old at the time of the assault at the Diddy party. He said there were 14-year-olds, he said there were 15-year-olds, 13-year-olds, and then he broke down a percentage of them and specifically said that they mostly came from Florida and Georgia, and that every single person who had been named on these lists has already been contacted and knows that they are on the list. And basically half of the industry has gotten the phone call and been like, hey, did you know that your name's about to be exposed? Because there's a difference. Almost every celebrity in the industry has attended a Diddy party, right? which is not to be confused with the people who stayed for the after parties, because he was known to have parties that at like 12 o'clock, you either stayed to participate in the rest of the freak-offs, or you literally left and you were like, okay, I just went to the regular Hollywood party and now I'm gone. But rarely did people leave. And of course, we have like the typical names like Jay-Z, Beyonce, J-Lo, Kim Kardashian, Kris Jenner. But to my shock, today people are saying that the actor like who played Carl Winslow from Family Matters is one of the newest names to be like at least be speaking, like people are speaking about that. Are you kidding me? Carl Winslow from Family Matters. I literally can't wait. I wish they just put this case out just like they did the Johnny Depp trials.
They should definitely get hit with the maximum sentence that they could find. Yeah, I've heard about the actor that plays Carl Winslow was in one of those parties and they had him in a compromising position, if you know what I mean. And it wasn't pretty. But what I don't get is why are they warning all these people in advance that their names is going to come out on that list so that they have time to go and clean up all the post history on all their social media, get rid of any evidence that they might be holding in their house in case they get raided. That's what doesn't add up for me. And they're already doing it. There's been, I think even Usher deleted like his whole history on Twitter, among other people. I'm pretty sure that that's why they're letting them know ahead of time that their names is gonna come out.
What so many people don't understand, a big part of the confusion and shame for child victims is that the attention and the seduction from the predator, who is probably gonna be somebody you know. Right. In order for it to work, it has to be somebody you know, somebody you admire, somebody you respect, or maybe even love. And it feels good. I mean, if you're 7 years old and somebody, which I was trying to say this to my friends who had children, you're 7 years old and someone is stroking your penis, it feels good. Even though you don't have a name for what that is, it feels good.
And that was such a particularly challenging part for me in beginning therapy. That was one of the biggest things I kept bringing to therapy was, what does it mean that it felt good? What does that mean about me?
That's one of the reasons it's so confusing for children. Yeah. And when I first said this years ago, people were like, you're crazy, because everybody wants to believe it's like sexual assault and you're being thrown up against the wall and you're being raped. And I have said for years, if the abuser is any good, you won't even know it's happened. You will be in it and you won't even know it's happened.
I don't know, but to me it sounds like he's speaking from personal experience there. Somebody better check that out, because think she might be part of the Didi Club too.
The president of ILA regarding the port strike, Harold Daggett, just came out with a dire warning. We're about to get into what he says in 1 minute. So economists are saying that every day that they're on strike will cost a week's worth of goods for the US. I've also come across a lot of good information for people who work for the union, and one thing that they say will not be affected is gasoline. But other than that, we got some major problems.
From Maine to Texas, every single port, a lockdown. First week, be all over the news every night, boom, boom. Second week, guys who sell cars can't sell cars because the cars ain't coming in off the ships. They get laid off. Third week, malls start closing down. They can't get the goods from China. Everything in the United States comes on a ship. Construction workers get laid off because the materials aren't coming in. The steel's not coming in. The lumber's not coming in. They lose their job.
So you see his demeanor, and while the Helene thing happens, I've come into some very, very dark scenarios about everything happening right now. You can find information about that on The Bird. Union members are warning Americans to go ahead now while you can and get supplies. They said it could last anywhere from 3 weeks to 12 weeks. And again, here's the map I made with all the ports and all the railroads basically blocking us off completely. You guys, almost everything comes on these ships. I've already laid it out in older videos. And finally, he says that they will literally cripple us.
Who's going to win here in the long run? You're better off sitting down and let's get a contract and let's move on with this world. And in today's world, I'll cripple you. I will cripple you, and you have no idea what that means.
Just to make it that much worse, we have this lady who's a longtime member of the association. Her hat will be above, and she has this to say about it.
We're fighting foreign companies. These are not American companies we're fighting for our jobs. These are foreign companies.
And besides this port strike and getting yourselves prepared, getting ready, getting stocked up for anything you may need for the next few weeks, if you don't know what's happening in the Middle East right now in the last 3 days, I would run and go look. There's a perfect storm right now brewing right above our head. And if you're trying to figure out how you can support people affected by Hurricane Helene, me and a lot of my influencer friends, we're working on putting a GoFundMe together, but Trump beat us there. So praise God someone did it, and I'll have the link in the comments.
Like I said before, go out there, get the supplies ready, stock up on food, water, medicine. If this keeps going, we don't know when it's gonna end. You don't want to be caught without food or medicine or water. So get a couple of weeks of food at least, canned food, just in case, before the supermarkets run out of food.
In 8 days, you took your husband from he's gonna be on medication for the rest of his life,
yes,
to not needing the medication at all.
April 17th was his last day taking medication.
And he has not taken the medication?
Has not touched it.
How did you heal him?
God's food. That's how quickly. See, we discount the power of God's food. Let food be like medicine and medicine be like food, right? Like, that's what it is. God's food heals people.
God's food heals people, and you are a vessel.
So that's all I did. When my husband came home, I just started making him God's food, close to his original state as possible. I took out all the juice. We just drank water, okay? We started to move his body because he wasn't moving. And there was no extreme workout. I just need you to walk. I just need you to move. We were made to move, right? No more lab experiments. God's food. It was actually my husband that said, we have to share this with the world. He said, there's no way God allowed me to heal my body and I not share this. We must share this with the world.
Well, she just keeps saying God's food. Is she talking about fruits, vegetables, herbs, like natural plants? Or is this something that we will find out once we pay a conveniently discounted one-time payment only available through that channel today? No, but seriously, I would like to know what God foods she's talking about. My guess is just plants, but I don't know if she's selling something, because normally when they have this type of shows, they tell you everything that was able to be healed, but they never tell you what the cure is unless you buy their ebook or whatnot. So if you know what it is, let me know in the comments. Guys, hit that like button. Let's get this video to 500 likes. Subscribe if you haven't. Peace.